Hello and welcome to another edition with Math with Miss Bertrand. This is the 9th worksheet in the series of worksheets we have here. And this is technically level 2, but definitely a hard level 2. There's no exponents in here, so that's why it's not a level 3, but this is like the extending part of level 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is zoom in on the worksheet here and just solve the first one with you. And the method that we're going to use for this is like sort of a guess and check, reasoning, a little bit of understanding of how math works. There is an algebraic way to solve this. It's called algebra. It's like solving for a variable. Some of you may have done that before, and that might be something that you'd want to use for this. But actually, just for right now, we're going to just stay in like kind of a mathematical reasoning way of solving this. So the first thing I do is I always write Pedmas up at the top, just to always remind myself. And the whole goal is to find this missing number. Like, what could that be to make this side, the left side, equal the right side? Well, I know that if I was solving this as a normal question, I'd have to do what's in the brackets first, the parentheses first before I do that subtraction right there. So I'm going to do this first parentheses because that's on the left. So I'm going to do that one first. And that one's simple enough to do. So 5 times 6 is 30. Then I'm just going to rewrite my question as always. All right, now we need to kind of do some mathematical reasoning. So the first thing I'm going to think about is 30 minus what would be 26? Because I can actually think about like, what would I want this answer to be in those parentheses to make this question make sense? Well, I know that 30 minus 4 is 26. So that means that I would want this answer to be 4. So then I kind of have to think too, another thought bubble here. Well, 12 divided by what then would be 4? Because I need this whole answer here to be 4. So what would have to go in that box there to have the answer of 4? So 12 divided by what is 4? And so some background mathematical knowledge, I know that 12 divided by 3, or 3 times 4, is equal to 12. So then I know that I would have to put 3 in that box. So I'm going to put 3 there. I'm actually just going to, I always like mathematically to always check my answer, especially on questions like this, to see like, is what I have as my answer, is that right if I work it out again from the start? So again, I would go 5 times 6 is 30 minus 12 divided by 3 equals 26. I'm trying to see, did I have that right? So then the next step would be 12 divided by 3 is 4. 30 minus 4, does that equal 26? And as we can see, 26 does equal 26. And like I said, this was solved with a lot of mathematical reasoning, kind of some guess and check a little bit. There is a way to mathematically solve it using algebra. We'll get to that later on in the year, but right now we can solve this question using this method.